This narration is from the book Abstract Writings. Every attempt in my life succeeded. But never were I aimed a narration from a prose poetry novel authored by Dr. Everest John. The book consists of 20 short chapters, and it will be presented on this YouTube channel as a series of 5 videos of 4 chapters each exploring a fragment of life's unexpected journeys, misdirections, and quiet revelations. This is the 4th video in the series. This is from chapter 13 to 16 of the novel, which contains aphoristic thoughts. We invite you to listen, reflect, and walk with us through these abstract moments of thought and experience. Thank you for your time and for your listening interest. Chapter 13, I Loved My Enemies. After losing wealth, I thought life had finished testing me. I was wrong. Because life does not stop testing you when you become poor. Sometimes, life tests you more when you have nothing to offer except your heart. That is when I decided, not out of weakness, but out of faith, to love my enemies. Not the enemies of war. The enemies of daily life. The jealous ones. The gossipers. The ones who smile in front and poison behind. The ones who cannot bear your peace. I told myself, if I can love them, I will become free. If I forgive them, I will be untouchable. So I loved them. I spoke politely. I greeted them. I helped them when I could. I did not return insult with insult. I thought love would melt. But love does not always melt an enemy. Sometimes love irritates the enemy like sunlight irritates an insect. Because an enemy expects hatred. Hatred is predictable. Hatred is comfortable. Hatred gives them a reason to attack. But love confuses them. Love makes them feel exposed. Love silently asks them, why do you hate? And many enemies do not want to answer that question. So instead of becoming kind, they became angry. They said, he thinks he is holy. He is pretending. He is acting superior. And I understood. When you love an enemy, your love becomes a mirror, and not everyone can face their own reflection. Chapter 14, The Crowd of Enemies. At first, my enemies were few. 1 or 2 voices. 1 or 2 sharp tongues. I thought, this is manageable. But enemies multiply the way rumors multiply through hungry mouths. A small dislike became a conversation. A conversation became a group. A group became a crowd. Then one day I noticed it. Wherever I went, eyes followed me. Not eyes of admiration. Eyes of inspection. They watched my steps as if they were searching for a crime. They listened to my words as if they were waiting for a mistake. They judged my silence as if silence itself was suspicious. And the strangest part was, I had done nothing to them. I did not steal from them. I did not harm them. I did not attack them. Yet they gathered around me as if my existence was a threat. That is when I learned a hard truth. Some people do not hate what you do, they hate what you are. They hate your calm. They hate your purpose. They hate your refusal to join their dirt. Because when you stay clean, their stains become visible. So the crowd grew. Not because I was guilty, but because I was different. And difference is enough to make weak minds unite. Chapter 15 Stones gather where light appears. The crowd did not come with weapons. They came with stones. Not stones of the hand, stones of the tongue. Stones made of sarcasm, mockery, labels, accusations, laughter that cuts like glass. They did not throw them openly. They threw them secretly. Behind my back, they built a mountain of lies. In front of my face, they smiled politely, the way poison smiles inside a sweet bottle. I walked through them like a man walking through smoke. You cannot hold smoke. You cannot fight smoke. You can only breathe carefully. I asked myself, why are they so united against me? And the answer came like a painful revelation. Because light attracts attention. Not only from seekers, but also from thieves. Thieves are not always stealing money. Some steal peace. Some steal reputation. Some steal dignity. And when you carry light, they cannot steal it, so they try to dim it. They try to make you ashamed of goodness. They try to make you tired of kindness. They try to drag you down into the same mud where they feel powerful. But I remembered my own life. I had reached the ocean. I had faced the Himalaya. I had lost my wealth. If I survived all that, I could survive this too. So I decided something silently. I will not fight them with stones. I will stand against them with truth. Because stones can injure a body. But lies can injure generations. And I understood the final lesson of the crowd. Enemies gather when they sense that your destiny is still alive. Chapter 16 The Judge Inside My Chest. When enemies gather around you, you think the battle is outside. But the real battle begins inside. Because the crowd cannot destroy you until your own heart signs permission. They accused me. They mocked me. They spread stories the way wind spreads dust. I stayed calm outside. But inside, a courtroom opened. And the judge was not them. Judge was me. My mind began to ask questions like sharp lawyers. Why did you love them? Why did you stay gentle? Why didn't you answer back? Why didn't you prove you were stronger? I sat in the witness chair of my own soul. I saw two versions of myself. One was a man of patience. The other was a man of revenge. Revenge looked attractive. It promised instant satisfaction. It promised public victory. But I knew revenge. Revenge is sweet for one day, then bitter for a lifetime. Because revenge does not heal pain. It only transfers pain. So I spoke to the judge inside me. I said, no, I will not poison my heart to prove I am right. Then the judge became quiet. And I realized, the greatest victory is not defeating enemies, it is defeating the hatred they try to plant in you. That day, I did not win in public, but I won in private. And private victories are the ones God writes down.